Hey guys, this is Stephanie Fair and I'm the Technology Facilitator at Butler High School, and this quick Tech Talk tutorial is about different types of Canvas elements that you can add to your Canvas page. In this video, I'm going to be talking about your profile or your biography, why you might want a profile and biography, and what it can do for you. So why have a profile or biography in Canvas? Well, one, it introduces you to your audience. This is your chance to tell your audience when they're looking at your class or course for the first time who you are. It could be anything you'd like to include about yourself, as little or as much as you'd like to include. It gives other people information about your background. You could talk about how many years you've taught, your credentials, what schools you went to, anything you'd like to include. And additionally, you can also include an image so that people can quickly find you and view your feedback in Canvas. Why is this important? Well, if you're involved in a Canvas course, and this is again why you might want to encourage your students to do this, your image will show up every time that you submit something and or comment on a discussion, post a grade. So it's a quick and easy way to find you. And this image could be a picture that you take via a webcam. It could be a picture you upload. It could be a picture of your own choosing or your own making. So it doesn't have to necessarily be something that actually is representative of you. And then finally, you can add any links of your choosing. So maybe you want contact information, how your students can email you, your Twitter feed, your Instagram feed. Maybe you want the website link to your class. So it's really up to you how personalized you want this to be. It's not something that you have to update all the time, but it is really nice when users are trying to find you in Canvas or to see what you know in Canvas. So to get to your profile or biography page in Canvas, you'll first need to log into your Canvas course, and then on the left-hand menu, ours is red, it's going to be the first item down that's circular. If you never put in a profile image, you'll see a little man, maybe head and shoulders, that's kind of gray in the circle. So you're going to click that account button, and then you'll come down and the first link is your profile. When you're in your profile, you can preview what you have there. And in mine, I have contact ways to contact me, a biography, and links. I'm going to actually show you a couple others just to give you an idea of what these might look like. So here's Miss Moore's profile page. She has a very lengthy biography. You might not have quite so much in there. Again, you can have a few short sentences or nothing. She has links. She has ways to contact her. She only has her Google Drive up there. And then she also has her badges. The badges are added based on CMS professional development in the summer. So once I'm on my profile page, all I'll need to do is to click the Edit button in the far right-hand corner. This Edit button will allow me to copy and paste or type in my biography into the biography text box. I can also manage my registered services. I'll also show you where that is, so I can turn on and off the ways they can contact me. Below this are the links that I'd like to include on my page. The left-hand side is the title, or what they'll actually see is the wording, and the right-hand side is the URL. I can change these at any time by hitting the X button to remove it. I can click the Add to add another link, and then I'd simply need to hit Save. So I want to show you the Manage Register Services here, so you can see how they show up under Contact as well. So whenever you're under your account settings, so if I click my account again and click Settings, or in this menu, click Settings. And this is also a good thing to note for students as well. You want to first look at your email address. Your email address is on the far right-hand side. You want to make sure your email address is correct, the one that is starred. The starred email is the one that whenever you have your notifications set up for information from Canvas, that's where it's going to in your email. So you want to encourage your students to know that. If they don't check the email that is starred, they can click the Add sign to add yet another email address. You may also click Other Contacts and add other contact methods. For example, you may also connect with SMS, so you can put in your cell phone number, and I actually have that in there. I had to delete it for this video purposes so the whole world didn't know my personal email cell phone address. But I can put this in, select my carrier. It's going to ask for a confirmation response. But then anytime something gets changed in my Canvas course, I can get a text message for that, and I'll show you how to update that in your notifications as well. So that's a nice tool if you want to be really connected to your Canvas course. You can also edit any of these settings at any time. and download submissions. When you come down further on the page, you have your web-enabled services. The ones that are registered are the ones that are on the left-hand side, and people can see what's linked to you. For example, I have my Twitter linked and my Skype. The one thing I would encourage all students and staff to do is to link your Google Drive. It's going to ask you to authorize your Google Drive access, and it will pop up to your account once you have it there. So you want to make sure that you allow that. That way any Google integration in Canvas courses will work correctly, and it should also register that for you. If at any time you find that your students are not accessing something that you posted up in Google Drive, they need to come back into their settings and hover over the registered services, delete off Google Drive, and then add it back on, making sure that their Google Drive is their CMS Google Drive and not their personal Google Drive. So these are the services that they can also link to. And then below there are other integrations that you can add. Most of these are things that I have that not all teachers will have, but that's how you do that. The last thing I want to show you under your information is notifications. We've talked about this before, and it's a great thing to do at the beginning of the year. Update your profile, update your settings, update your notifications, and do this for your students as well as you. So under notifications, it tells you what Google is going to what Canvas is going to do. So for example, this is all the activities on the left, and then on the right are the accounts that you have connected and then what you have them doing. So for example, if it is the clock, it is sending a daily summary out to any of these items that are in this account. If it's a weekly summary, it is the calendar feature, and if it's no summary, it's the X. So at any time, users can go in and adjust what they have notifications for. This is really important for your students. You might want to encourage them, especially for announcements, that they always get those emails, that their grading they're always getting, invitations and submissions. In other words, if they're not seeing things for your class, they haven't worked on their notifications. And by default in Canvas, those notifications are turned on. They have to go in and physically turn them off, not to have them on. So make sure that your students have done this from time to time. And as we get more parent observers on here, students, you won't be able to escape this because your parents will also be getting the notifications as well. So make sure you're staying one step ahead. So as a teacher, you might want to come in and adjust some of this. So that way you don't get an email every day or every hour when someone submits, or vice versa that you do. So that is your notifications. So I actually covered a couple of things: settings, notifications, and your profile. Your profile is just beneficial, so when you're doing your work, your students will see your icon, and in return, if they have one, they'll see that as well. They'll know how to contact you. They can also contact you directly out of Canvas, but it's just a nice thing to have up there as yet another tool to provide information for your users.